it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts, and I am here, better late than never, with the Fancy Fold Card Challenge for, what month are we in? November! So this should have gone up yesterday, but I just ran out of time, so I'm putting it up on Wednesday. Is that right? Yes, it's Wednesday today. So, to this month, we are making a pop-up block card, and I will just start by telling you that the tutorial that I have followed is from a person called Patty Dolan, and she has got a YouTube channel, which I will link below. And so this is her tutorial, and I will link the video where she shares how she made this, and you will also find on there a instruction sheet that you can print off, which has got all the measurements. So, but what is a pop-up block card? So this is a pop-up block card. So this is one I made a few weeks ago for Halloween, and it is such a fun design. And dead easy. I'm not always the best, as you know, at measuring and folding and things, but this one, I think, is really nice and easy. So it does fold pretty flat, obviously depending what you add on top, but it's pretty flat. Might need to go through a large letter in, yeah, I think it'll be a large letter in the UK. So I made that one, and I just added different patterns of papers and some different stamps and some gems and some die cuts. So it gives you lots of different surfaces to decorate, which I like. And then I did the same design in a Christmassy one. So I used a red base card with some craft card and some patterned card and these very cute little gingerbread men. I think these papers came with a magazine, and I think the sentiment strips did as well, so I just built that up on some cardboard, and I added some little sweeties and some Nouveau drops, and I thought that was quite cute. I should have said, I didn't do that one either, but what I would do is put a panel on the back that you could write your message on. So yes, that is a Christmassy one. And then I also found a larger tutorial, or a tutorial for a larger card, and I'll link that video in the description box below. It was somebody called Julianne Richards, Stamping with Julianne. So I'll link her in the description box below. So as you can see, this one's got more vertical panels, pop-up boxes, so you've got a bit more surface to decorate, and these panels all line up on the bottom, whereas these ones are in the middle. So different, same but different really, just to show you the difference. So I was able to use like the larger style of gingerbread man. So if you've got larger things that you want to make to decorate with, then this might be the one that you want to go for. But basically, it's the same process. So, I have done all my cutting prior to showing you this. So, you need a base card. Now, I took all of these out of one sheet of A4 card, and I've still got some left over. So, your base card is 4 1/4 inches by 9 1/4 inches. And then you need 3 pieces for your boxes, so that makes this one, and this one. So you need 3 1/4 times 5, a 2 1/2 times 4, and 1 1/2 times 3. As I say, I will put all of this in the description box below and the link so that you can follow along. So I'm just going to get my scoreboard and my scoring tool. Now, maybe I will, yeah, there we go. So on the base, you want to score your base at 2 and 4 inches along this long part. So 2 and 4. And then your larger box, it measures 3 1/4 times 5, and you're going to score it at 1 1/2, 3, and 4 1/2. So, oops, 1 1/2, 3, and 4 1/2. And I'll show you how these all go together. Then this one is 2 1/2 times 4, and you're scoring it at 1, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. So 1, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. And then the final one is 1 1/2 times 3, and you're scoring it at 1/2, 2, and 2 1/2. I'm being slightly awkward because I've got a clip thing that the camera sits into, and it's sort of in my way. 2 and 2 1/2. So that is the only scoring. So now I'm going to just burnish all these edges. So the base card. So that gives you your initial Z fold, like so. Okay. Now my die cutter, sometimes it leaves just little fuzzy edges there, so I'm just going to trim those off. So that is that one, and then this one. Like so. So can you see how it works? If you look down inside. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick it on like that. So this part sticks to the next panel, and this thin part sticks to the base. So that is your first one. We'll go. Now, because I have written my measurements on, what I might just do is turn that bit to the inside so you don't see it. Because that would be annoying, wouldn't it, if this has got a bit of, if you could see the white writing on the finish card. Okay, so again, yeah, that's going to show. So I'm just going to flip it and do it the other way around. Now, this is one of these where you want to decorate it before you put it all together. So I've already cut my panels, and the handout on the video that I'm going to link with you has all the measurements that you need. So I've cut this kind of panel for the back. And these papers, I had a stack of papers that had come with magazines. I think this came with a Chloe's bundle. And I thought, you know what, you should just use these up. You don't need to hoard one-off papers. forever and a day. So I'm going to do that one, and then the panels are all going to have this nice snowflake. So I've already stuck the patterned paper onto the mat, and then I just need to pop that on there. Oops, maybe a little bit too much glue. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the other pop-up boxes. Now, if you're like me, quite often when I'm doing this sort of thing, I need to just double check where I'm sticking things. But once you have made one of these, you will have it. So I think the first time I just needed to be quite careful which bits my mats and layers were going on to. Now, so that is all those bits added on. The decoration you can stick on once you've got your card constructed. So the first thing to do is I'm going to stick this first panel in. So I'm just going to trim that a little. So I'm going to put glue, or you could use your double-sided tape or whatever you like. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to line this up with sort of the middle. Okay? And then I'm just going to fold that flat. So that first bit is stuck there. So make sure that you really give it a chance to stick well. Now, the next part you're going to stick is this thin strip here. You see how that works? So again, a little bit of glue on here. You don't want it, you want enough glue that it's firmly in place, but definitely not leaking out and sticking onto other bits. Now this is slightly, you want to just fold it like that. So when you pop it up, your tab is nice and firmly in place, but it's going to fold flat when it comes to the envelope. Okay, so same again, this large sort of flap here, I'm gonna sticky stick, line up in the middle, that kind of in the middle, and fold it flat. Okay, now here, fold it under, like so. Like that. So you see how it's sticking in nicely? Now, this side. So when it comes to which bit you glue in first, the one that sticks on the previous panel is the bit with only one blank space, and the one that is going to be on the right hand side is the one with the 2 blank panels. Okay, if that makes any sense. Right, so now I'm going to again just line that up in the middle and there. And then the last one, so just this last panel there. Oh. Okay. I'll do that and then just... So that is your base card, the pop-up blocks. So it folds nicely flat and it pops up to stand. And then you can just decorate that any way you like. So I've got some more little gingerbread men, or I wonder, I've been having a bit of a play with these little gnomes that were in a magazine that I bought recently. I could put one of those on there. Yeah. And what you can do is you can add a sentiment, like I've done here. I've popped it on a little panel. I did that with this one too. I added my sentiments on these panels. Just have to be careful that you don't glue the overhanging bit. Or you can stamp your sentiment on the back, up at the top or down at the bottom, whatever you prefer really. So that is the basics of how to make a pop-up box card. Now, this collab is hosted by lovely Monica Bakluska, aka Paper Mona, and there is a little group of us who are all joining in with this challenge, and you'll find all of those ladies linked below. And because I am so late with this one, you'll find the videos for their pop-up boxes linked in the description box below. So please hop on over and see what they have been up to. I have resisted watching any of their videos until I've got my one done, but I can't wait to see what they've made. I wonder if anybody else is making Christmas cards. So yeah, please hop on over and check them out. And if you want to get the full measurements for this, again, check out Patty's channel. And if you want to make the larger one, then it is Julianne's channel, and both of the videos for these are linked below as well. Thank you so much for watching. It's all that's left for me to say is, if you would like to join in with this, please do. You can either upload your own video with the hashtag, which is in the title for this video, or if you don't do videos but you're on Facebook, you can hop on over and join our Facebook group. You'll find that linked below, and you can share photographs, but also you can see what everybody else is making. There are so many lovely projects. So each month you share the photographs for the type of fancy fold card, and some people have been sharing their links to videos on there as well. So yeah, there's lots of interesting ideas and inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with another crafty video. Take care now. Bye.